Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to the long, slow war for North America here in Hearts of Iron 4. We've been making progress on both coasts. I'm very excited about. We've got a lot of troops joining this particular invasion over here, so we should be able to get a lot of the victory points in the U.S., and their national unity is only 20%. So it's not going to take us that much more to get them to pop. We can see the U.S. is still okay right now. Canada's gotten a fair bit lower. We have taken Vancouver over here, and that should remain the case. Actually, Group Gold, do you even have a attack plan? Not anymore, so I'm going to give you one. Oh, because it was probably to reconnect over here, which you've done. So I'm going to have you actually basically just keep pushing sort of south that way. That's going to be okay. So that's Group Gold over there, and then Purple over here, which isn't quite as numerous as you might think, because a lot of people are still faring over, and honestly, a lot of people are probably going to die along the way. But we're getting the work done. And we're making some beelines for some victory points over here. And we'll probably nuke Washington next. So, that's going well. Philippines are still standing, last time I checked. But now we finally have a proper surround over here. And actually, we haven't quite taken it all, but let's see what we can't do. So we're not all attacking into Manila quite yet. We're going to take Batangas first. And that's going to be fine. And actually, I'm wondering about just sending one of the cavalry units to take Calapan, and that might actually convince people to go. I'm just filling in the end of the tech tree. Not even using these types of units over here. Oh, they've got a few more things here than expected. An attempted counterattack. But yeah, it doesn't look like we can take Manila yet. Which is crazy. I mean, everyone just halt whatever you're doing. Make sure you've got an offensive line, which is through there. We'll charge up the planning, and then we'll get you to go at some point. Hell, I'll just hit play, and then I can forget about you. You probably won't be able to go, but you'll do your best. I mean, we don't have Hawaii. Apparently, we didn't need Hawaii. Japan hasn't been doing much. There's a variety of little attacks here. Looks like a bit of a counterattack that way with some tanks. The U.S. is moving back in here. But overall, we're okay. You're going to do that. I'm going to send you here. And actually, when you finish that, you're going to do that. And you, Mr. Infantry, are going to go there instead. We'll just finish that, because right now there's 16 divisions that are sort of inward-facing over here, which isn't great. San Diego fell, which is very good. And why don't you come around this way and do that. Now, oh, that's right. Mexico is part of the Allies. So we're actually at war with them. So we're going to have to be a little bit sensitive to that. Just a little bit aware of that. But overall, we're pushing in well. Some supply problems, of course, because we have been bombing this. Well, okay, speaking of bombs, we have 2 nukes. So, how's Canada? We've got Ottawa now. We've got Vancouver. So really, as far as I know, the only major centers are Toronto. That's worth 5 victory points in Winnipeg. They've got a few more here and there that we're going to have to try to kind of power our way into, which is still going to be kind of tricksy. But the U.S. doesn't have much. I'm just wondering about nuking it some more, and I'm not sure. All right, they're pretty low. Let's see if we can nuke Washington. We've got everything. 75% air superiority. We've got that. We're gonna do the nukes one at a time this time, and slow down the speed. There's a little progress bar. Drop in 9, 8. Oh, can only do 1 nuclear strike at a time. Did I queue too many? And boom. We have nuked Washington. So, has that affected their national unity? No. I'm not sure that this did anything. Other than, I mean, I guess it does ruin all of their infrastructure and stuff. Alright, let's nuke Toronto then. So, Canada's national unity is 90. I thought that's what it did. Let's see what happens in a second here. Atomic bombing in Washington, D.C. 1 nation, indivisible, versus 1 atom, divisible. Oh, that's really funny. I didn't notice that last time. Oh! Attack clearly directed at the political center and historical legacy of the U.S., the White House, the Capitol, and a number of monuments and memorials were wiped off the face of the earth. Even burning of Washington over a century ago pales in comparison to destruction visited upon the city by this devastating weapon. And Toronto. Because, you know, as someone from Northern Ontario, screw Toronto. No, it doesn't do anything there. So all it does is reduce everything to rubble. Which I guess is a thing. But not quite the capitulate now that I'd hoped it was. Well, whatever. We can keep just nuking. It's fine. It does impact their ability to produce anything. And actually, lowering their supply routes to 0 is probably giving them a crazy amount of attrition, I've realized. which does have a lot of value. You could also blow up this airport. It's a level 10 airport. Actually, it's been reduced to rubble. Oh, is this part of the New York state? Yeah, it is. So that's been... Actually, does it just reduce everything in the state to rubble? I think that might be the case. We have also been strategically bombing this nonstop. So Michigan right now is untouched everywhere. So we may just blow up Michigan next. All right. Let's take a look over here. Purple, moving out. Good. Good progress there. Gold is going to try to push in from the north downwards. They're all hitting play, which is good. Who's teal these days? Up over here, and they actually don't have a command. So I'll give them a separate one. That's fine. An offensive line just to cut across to... See if you can't beeline to Winnipeg. Have fun with that. And everyone should be set to be pretty aggro, and they are. And this little gold group, right, that was just to try to hold Quebec behind us to make sure that there's no real terrible sneak attack, and that is going to be the case. Because that way I can focus my purple line to be actually a little bit more forward. Now I'm thinking of splitting off a handful of tanks again, which is what I'm going to do here. And do that. And I'm going to get you guys to halt. Oh my god, there we go. Like, why did the game just freeze? The United States has capitulated. The cowardly American nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of the Italian forces throughout the country. Great news. So this is Italy now. Yeah, we've inherited a radioactive wasteland. But hey, that's fine. Okay, let's figure out who's who and where. Attack group purple, let me cancel your current orders. Reset a front line. No, that's way too long. Set a front line that is, say, here. And you are instructed to go and capture Toronto, which has also been nuked. And we didn't even get a message for it. So we're going to do that. And you're still on garrison duty, which is fine. Oh, that was my tank group. I'm going to get you. I'm just going to right click. Tell you to just run to Toronto. That's going to be okay. Down here, this purple group. Cancel your old orders. Border up Mexico. And run down to, say, here. And yeah, you guys go when you get a chance. And group gold. And I'll just do this. Do that. Add as an offensive line. Just do that. That's going to be fine. Or weird. Oh, right. It's doing the whole southern Canada bit, which we don't want. Just do that much, actually. And then offensive line to over here. Now the direction makes sense. And hit play. Okay, and the American troops over here are all gone. So it's just the Canadian ones. Well, actually, it's not even Canadian over there. Push, push, push. We have another nuke? Not yet. Not for a while. We have a lot of factories. Not all of which are damaged anymore, which is nice to see. We're going to get one of you to do sort of a crazy run that way. Try to cut off some of the reinforcements. Technically, we can expand out to there. And that would be okay. And push, push, push. Speed 4. So, Mexico, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. I mean, I don't think we have to take every last one. In fact, it would not surprise me if we've got to be nearing the end of this. I mean, come on! Come on! We're going to have to occupy all of North America before it capitulates. We keep having these little guys join in. So again, I don't think we have any actual free military factories. Oh, actually, we might now. I guess, oh, right, all the American factories are now ours. So that's good. So we can actually, say, produce more infantry equipment. Oh, yeah. Which we need. What else do we need? More mechanized, so I'll add another line for that. That's still healthy and functional equipment, which is pretty good. And that's really all of it. I mean, I guess maybe another line is self-propelled, and then I'll just go back to just, I don't know, infantry equipment or something like that. But, self-propelled, modern tanks. Which, I mean, we could spend experience on and everything, but that sounds like something a non-lazy person would do. Infantry equipment. Oh my god, we have so many factories. What am I going to do with all this? Okay, I'm going to stop bothering in a second here. There we go. Damaged factories. I mean, they'll get repaired soon, obviously. But we've actually run out of fully healthy ones. And, okay, Canada's got to fall soon. Like, in seconds. We've got Toronto. And then we're making a run to Winnipeg. I guess what I should do is tell you guys over here, delete your old offensive plan, which was that. I mean, you're still moving forward, so kudos to that. But you can beeline to there and re-execute that. And that's going to be okay. All right, meanwhile, hopefully we'll start pushing into Mexico soon. And I don't think there's going to be much. I mean, how are you going to stop the Italian war machine at this point? Well, apparently there's going to be a little bit of annoying stuff over here. Let me make you into a new group. Give you front line here. And an offensive line there. Until you hit play. And give you a general. And go. That is kind of annoying. I can probably move my fleets further south as well. What are you fighting right now? Who is this? Oh, Guatemala, which is also what this is. So they had some troops there. I think they're just trying to escape right now. I just realized these guys, actually, I think they still have like kind of an old derpy front. Or, okay, maybe a new derpy front. Try that. Offensive line. Execute. There we go. Because it connects up over here, so there was some confusion. That's weird. It's showing as American troops here. Oh, they may have been volunteers, like, maybe been Canadian volunteers sent to the U.S. To coordinate that way. Or something of that nature. Let me just right-click on Winnipeg over here. Shouldn't be a whole hell of a lot left over there. Any victory points over in Labrador? I mean, no. That's currently the capital of the UK. The UK government in exile, but it's not worth any victory points, so we can just ignore it. I'm just going to grab these guys and just right-click. Just rush. No need to think about anything. Just go, go, go. As quickly as you can. Actually, is this... Oh, yeah, it's still considered to be part of Canada over here. Well, I never got to nuke Detroit. I'm sure that made a lot of people really sad. I'm sorry about that. But we're going to be able to, I don't know, nuke Mexico City or something. If we want to. Alright, good push going on here. We can nuke Australia. We've never made a move against Australia. We don't have a foothold there, which means it's going to be maybe a little bit more annoying. But we do have some Marines. I could do a big Marine drop. Probably right on Sydney, because I suspect that's where a lot of their supply is going to come from. It'll probably be relatively well defended, but that's not too bad. And how are we doing over here? Still have not taken Manila. Again, these are not actually my troops. So, they're not necessarily the strongest comp. But we're continuing to annoy them, and that'll be something. We have infinity experience that I'm not bothering to spend, because, pfft. Which one? This is the Mexican one, right? Yeah. I'm just wondering, I think I'm just going to right-click on Mexico City. Any attacks that fail will cause these guys to stop and then re-establish their normal front line. But I think at this point I can mostly just do a big right-click, and it'll just be a lot faster and a lot more aggressive. In fact, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to right-click a bunch of these people in Winnipeg. This is a little harder because they do have to go through a lot of mountains in the west. And that might make their life a little bit more difficult. I could also have someone try to beeline around. Like, say, this mechanized infantry, which is actually exactly what's going on. They're trying to beeline around to Winnipeg, which I suspect will be the end of Canada. I think they had another victory point right over here. What is this? Oh, in Alberta. In Alberta. Why don't you beeline to that? That actually might be all it takes. What's that worth? 3 points, and Winnipeg is worth, what, 5? 5. I think they've got to be on the cusp, right? Where's Canada in here? So many fallen countries. Yeah, they're just on the cusp of surrendering. And overall for the entire war effort, no, I mean, we still definitely need a little bit more. Canada, Mexico, and then probably just Australia. We don't have to do every single last country, I don't think. I think we've been here before. More anti-tank that we're never going to use. Sorry, was this an empty slot? Yeah, see, we've got all these, but what are we going to do? I don't know. More oil stuff. Sure. And, oh, that instantly completed because we had saved up so much and the discount. That's kind of funny, actually. That's all done. Again, these are all done. That's all done. There's literally, here, I don't know, I'll finish off some random ships. Just to say. I'm gonna research a lower class super battleship. Just because. And then what I think I'll do is move my entire navy around, like, Australia and just call it done. Well, even that doesn't necessarily work. We probably have a new navy, though, docked over here. And we do. And it's pretty impressive. Let's give you... Oh, these are not being sorted by skill. Let's do that. And let's put you on patrol. Actually, scratch that. We are going to assign you to some sort of naval base. I guess there. No, that's not one of mine. There we go. It's only level 1. They're probably all level 1, though. Maybe one that's a little further away. Level 1. Level 3. There we are. And patrol. And you're going to do the eastern coast, because that's probably where we'll invade from in some fashion. Alright. Good stuff. And probably from this island, we'll just mass a big group of whatever Marines I have left over. And these are not my troops. So I'm sort of just sacrificing, I don't know, mostly Japanese lives. Not exclusively so, but mostly so. I should probably start the Marine invasion now. Oh yeah, there's still Hawaii, controlled by the US. Hawaii basically is the United States now. Well, that's not entirely true. We do have this stuff, which... I'm confused. Did I not send a group to do this? Halt. Oh, a lot of those were the ones I just right-click to attack somewhere. I actually much prefer to right-click you do that. And you guys right-click to run to Winnipeg in some fashion. And there we go. And we're also making a pretty big rush over here. I do think if we take Winnipeg, that will be the capitulation of Canada. I'm really surprised they didn't, but I guess that's what 90% freaking unity does. Jesus. That is really, really impressive. We've got a nuke again! I should probably just... Well, if I nuke Sydney, then when I land there, I'll actually have a really bad time. So I may not want to do that. Italy. Oh, the name wasn't there before. Oh, probably... No, actually just wasn't. I'm happy it's finally there. Listen, Japan, I don't need any more of your troops. I actually already have a bunch of your troops that are sitting around literally doing nothing. Literally just twiddling their thumbs, probably still in China or something like that. Okay, look at this. Boop. Where are you? No, in Japan. But that's alright. Tell you what. Why don't you guys join the utterly useless slamming your head against Manila. There we go. It's never going to go anywhere, because I'm not really controlling it, and the units are kind of crap. But that's okay. Yay! Advanced anti-air level 3. Again, which we are not using at any point whatsoever. Is this controlled by me? No, it's not at all. Damn you, Australia, for being green. You're very confusing. I'm getting some complaints about supply here and there, which is why you keep hitting their car. Canada has capitulated. There we are. Good stuff. So this group here, I'm going to get you to join that front line. And, oops, this is what I want to do. Some sort of offensive line and go. But I mean, mostly what your job is going to be is just to run through this stuff. I mean, the US is still capitulated, so I don't think this matters, but yeah. Anyway, Mexican group, which is primarily this. Just in case I need to, I'm going to right-click on Mexico City. Mexico City is in the mountains, so that could be a little tricksy to eventually get there, but I think we're going to be okay. Teal group's got no commands whatsoever, actually. Alright, let's split out our Marines. If we can find them. Again, it would be nice if this were an actual filter. Well, I guess I can type Marines, which is probably okay. Sometimes it's a little funny, and sometimes it crashes. I mean, I think my Marine divisions... Well, no, they're not. Some of them are called something completely not a Marine. And these are not my Marines either. So I actually don't have very many Marines. This whole group was called Marines, but they are not Marines. Let's add them to the China group, because they're not even my dudes. So, say this group over here. And add you to that. Again, they're not actually my guys. I want to convert over a bunch of my infantry again. Which, right, are these trucks. These are my infantry. I'm going to convert them over to some marine divisions. I may not need that many real marines, but let's go ahead and do that. We don't quite have the equipment, but it's being built. So, and then we'll give you this guy because he's really good. And we will have you plan a marine invasion from, I don't know what the closest best point would be. I guess here to, I'll actually have you drop on Newcastle and then attack Sydney. Alright, so they're going to make their way over to the invasion point. And then what I'm going to do is take this large group here, which really has nothing to do anymore. Well, I guess they're going to clean this up, which is fine. And we'll finish off Australia. We're still working on Quebec, Mexico over here. And again, I don't want to nuke them because it's just going to ruin land that will belong to me in 2 seconds. That seems very wrong. Oh, here's a bunch of Marines. Why didn't we find them in the list? I probably just skipped over them. Or no, these are my actual Marines. Oh, yeah, that I just created the job for. Guadalajara. There we go. Oh, we got some stuff going on over here. I don't suppose I can just right-click there. Apparently not. Well, I only have 2 dudes, I suppose, and these guys are not currently attacking. So, halt. Got naval battles. Probably those are mostly good, yeah. The U.S. still has a navy, which is something we have to be a little bit aware of. Although they are going to have some supply problems. Mostly because we control all the ports around here. The colors here are also pretty similar-ish. But it looks like, yeah, we've taken Mexico City. There we go. And we'll keep bopping this stuff. We need to... I think I've got someone that's going here. Eventually, yep. And you're going to grab more ports that way. You're going to go through Veracruz. We'll go up to here. That's subdivided? It is. And grab more ports. And just give us more and more transportation and supply options. I need to... I don't know what I want to do with my planes. Get full air superiority over Australia, which should be doable. I shouldn't even have to uncheck any of my existing ones. These air bases sort of kind of suck, though. And by sort of kind of, I mean a lot. Again, it's a pain in the ass to find an ace. That's not assigned. There we go. Deploy you over Australia. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some more. Screw the ace thing. I just get annoyed. You're going to be doing air superiority missions. And another base over here, and I'm going to give you close air support, of which we should have lots, and we do. I'll just make one big giant one. Actually, I'm not going to do that because, whoops. Here, cancel. Just easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because each wing can only provide support in one battle at a time. So the bigger the wing, the more powerful it is. But at a certain point, you know, you don't necessarily need more. You just need them to be better. And I don't think this guy can reach. Nope. Because they're not jet close air support. Maybe I should start building TAC fighters or something. Now let me trash these wings then. And switch over to strategic bombers. There we go. Wreck some stuff. And day and night is fine. We have kind of crappy reach, but we might still have air superiority. I mean, I guess it depends on how many people are able to move their stuff over here. So, our big fleet is sinking some things, which is good. Let's take a look at our Marines. They still had a bunch of, like, individual instructions here, so they might not actually be getting to their deployment point too quickly. Actually, I think they might be doing the thing where they're not Maybe we don't have enough control over here. I'm not sure. We're still building some shit. Actually, we have a bunch of free dockyards. I want to build a bunch more destroyers. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, you're probably not doing anything, and that's indeed the case. But we do have some more ships waiting already. So I'm going to put you on patrol duty. Actually, again, I want to actually assign you to a port first. There we go. And then put you on patrol duty. Here. There. And there. Well, I don't know why you're not moving. Keep going forward. And attack over here. There we are. Oh, we're being attacked there, which is a little bit annoying. You guys move in there, and woo, failed to do anything. Really? And stuff here is being liberated for the US? Really? It's kind of surprising. Alright, Mexico's taking a little longer to fall than expected. You know what? Oh, I can't nuke. I don't have air superiority in the region. Oh, right, which would be helped if I had some planes here for air support in general. So from Texas, we will run a bunch of jet fighters. 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to be deploying there. Yeah, this interface is really laggy. And it might be because I'm showing too many bases. And you're going to be doing air superiority. And day and night. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why. That interface is super duper laggy. I bet you something they'll fix. There's probably something that it actually does wrong, like it processes things too frequently. Or something like that. Oh, halt Marines. Halt Marines. You guys are there to find your mission. Actually, I just realized a lot of these are saying they've got the red bits. They don't actually have the mission assigned. Where's the naval invasion? So this probably says something like 0 or some damn thing like that. There we go. 12 divisions will be assigned. And they are indeed trying to ferry over. Okay, so that should be okay. Oh, we're at 0 convoys! Oh, shit. We lost a crap ton of convoys. That's also part of the problem that I hadn't noticed before. Put these at the top of the list, and I'm going to just toggle this like that, and like that, and like that. So we can get them assigned to their convoys and rebuild that. I had not realized we were so low on convoys. That's really bad. 2 nukes ready to go. Really tempted. But I think it's going to be pretty damn unnecessary. So that's probably one of the other reasons we're having so many supply problems over here. Oh yeah, take that. That's a victory point. It's doing that. Good. I'm going to try to help out over there. These guys are all going to get isolated, so it should be fine. Big destruction of the Australian Navy. Love to see that. Naval invasion plans, transferring troops, trade and supply. Oh, shit, yeah. I wonder if our demand went up a lot because of where we moved everything, or if we actually did just lose a shit ton. That's probably been like that for ages, and I've been missing it. I apologize for that. We're going to need more convoys. Building much, much faster. Come on, go away. There you go. Here too. Light cruisers. There you go. You're all maxed out. Oh no, you're not. Oh, because you weren't at the top of the list. Shit. Clear. Set. There you go. Clear. Set. Clear. Set. Okay, and then we're just transferring them to the destroyers again. Okay. So now we're going to be building them quite quickly. But yeah, it'll take us a while to get there. Okay, well, again... Oh yeah. More of the radio reinforcements, which probably should have been done sooner. That's pushing in well now. I want you to come in there. You can do that. And you're moving in there. It's slow to move in the mountains. Especially when we have bad supply and all that stuff. There we go. We'll bop those guys. Here, help bop that a little bit faster, please, and thank you. And this is still going quite poorly. There we go. Much better. Oh, or not. And I'm just gonna decline these offers over here. I don't know if I have to supply them with supply or not. And airplanes. Can we nuke? Since it's gonna be a while, let's nuke Sydney. So this is all part of New South Wales. There we go. And yeah, it seems to hit everything everywhere. Good. Can we do Melbourne? There we go. Nuke the shit out of Australia. Actually, did it go? Oh yeah, it did, because the things are pretty beat up. Good, 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 good. So, I mean, they won't be able to really supply or support their troops either. Although I'm going to have a hell of a time getting there, since I don't have any convoys. What do we have going on here? You know, lost a destroyer. Lost another destroyer over there. That's some air support differences. Alright, you guys, kill this. And we'll get you to do the other one shortly. Same thing here. You guys should be able to kill that easily. Move in there. There you go. Clean all that up. Now, I'm betting Mexico's got to be nearly done. They probably have high unity. Again, 90%. It's going to be like Canada. Very, very hard to deal with. And you guys, your job is to move down here. Sooner you can do that, the better. Thank you very much. Another nuke's about to come on board. The whole world is going to be a giant glowing crater by the time I'm done with it. It's the world of Fallout, baby. So we're going to nuke in the north over here now. There we go. Brisbane. Kaboom. I mean, you're already pretty beat up, actually, because we are doing strategic bombing in the area. But hey, let's bomb them some more. Because we can. Yeah, I mean, we have tons of strategic bombers. It's one giant air zone for Australia, so it should be okay. Hey, any chance we've got Milan? Not yet. They've got fewer people in there. Oh, yeah, I really don't care about the research. Hey, looks like we'll finally get... Or, Manila. I said Milan. Milan might be one of... We'll just rename it as Milan 2. It'll make things a lot clearer in my mind. Losing some more. We don't have a very powerful navy there, so that's part of what's going on. So the Italian fleet would probably... Oh, this is submarines, yeah. Let me change you up, actually. I'm going to halt your current commands, and instead you can do some convoy raiding, sort of like in the middle here, especially the Hawaiian Ridge. Do something like that. There's a good chance there'll be some convoys nearby. Port strikes. So our ports are being struck. Wow. By Mexican airplanes. Get in there. Clear that up. Veracruz still standing. Maybe I should have nuked that. That's having some problems here too. Do we have airplanes operating in the south? Yeah, we do, although they have a lot more, but we probably have a much closer airbase now. Right, we have the one in Mexico City. So, let's... Sure, one wing, because I'm lazy. Operate there. Oh my god, it's slow. Really? Talking about range issues? Really? You're in Mexico City. Distance is 0. Well, yeah, alright. I guess that can be fine. And then we're going to get some close air support 3. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get you. Wait. Grab you, deploy you, and set you to close air support and assist. And repair as normal. There we go. And now no more laggy. I wonder if it would be less laggy if I wasn't running at speed 4 in that screen. Like, maybe I should pause the game at that point to do that. I'm not sure. Anyway, you guys are going to push through here, which is groovy. And yeah, we'll keep pushing over there. I mean, we'll have to go after Veracruz at some point, but... Oh, these Japanese troops. I'm like, why are we not fighting quite as well as I'd expect? Because they're not my divisions. I mean, I guess I should be able... Philippines has capitulated. There we go. Okay, we need fewer convoys now for trade and supply, but we still need quite a few. Now, these were volunteers. Can I just disband them? Be sent home. Yeah. Just do that. I'm hoping it means I need to use fewer convoys. It might have. I'm not sure. Because, yeah, I might be responsible for shipping that. So I should really disband more and more of these volunteers. Speaking of, I got a shit ton of people sitting in the north here. And what are they doing? Not much of anything. Same thing over here. We got a few garrisons, and that's going to be fine. Are you actually my guys? You are not. So let's disband you. I don't want to be responsible. You are my tanks, though. So let's have you join this over here. Start disbanding some of these guys. Just grab one, bring them down there. And you're moving quickly to the south. And you're going to grab all that. And then, actually, it may have already been grabbed. And then that'll no longer be somewhere where anyone automated ends up, which is going to be nice. So again, I will disband more of these Japanese and Spanish troopers. Like so. Again, they're not disbanding, they're just going home. They're no longer my responsibility. And convoy needs are staying about the same, so I don't know. Going so poorly. Let's do that. Cut these guys apart a little bit. Oh, there's no... The offensive line's not really set anymore. So let's reset it to here. Make sure that everyone is assigned to it. And they were. And then hit play. There's a bunch of people that were hanging out back here, though. Alright, this group here is all not mine, and they're being out-of-supplied, so I'm going to get rid of them. This group here is... There we go. I have everyone adjusted. So that's just... That one is actually mine, so I'll just send it down to here. And this purple group, and I'll deselect the ones that belong to me. And I will trash the rest. These guys used to be called Marines. I'm tempted to re-add them to the Marine group, which is having a pretty hard time moving as is. So maybe I will just, I don't know, add you down to the Mexican division, and we'll deal with that afterwards. Pacific Marines. So again, a lot of these are not actually mine, and they are eating a lot of supply down here, which is causing us some amount of attrition. Let's keep whittling this down. Mexican opposition capitulated. Nice. You guys are against me, are you not? Yep, you are. So, front line here, offensive line there. That should be pretty fast, which is nice to see. Some port strikes, yes, we're still being hit over there and actually taking a wicked amount of damage. Not having the air dominance there is kind of sucky. So I can get rid of the CAS. Oops, that's not actually the way I meant to do it. Where were you? Mexico City? There you go. I meant to disband you. And then we'll keep the planes going around for some air superiority. Actually, I'm going to switch this one to anti-bomber. There's actually quite a lot of enemy airplanes in the air above us here. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of anti-bomber. And we're going to die some more air bases momentarily. So you guys are still going down there. Again, all these guys who are out of supply anyway. I'm just eating supply for my guys, and I've got some pretty good divisions over there. I'm going to send you guys back home as well. Thank you for your service to the Axis. We don't need you anymore. So now we're down to just 18 over here. But honestly, that should work a lot better. They're good units, highly mechanized. They won't be out of supply anymore. Good tanks and everything like that. And all we have to do really is hit Guatemala. What is this? Belongs to the UK, huh? I should just right-click, actually. I'm going to hit strategic redeployment, get them to strategically redeploy here. And then I'll probably just right-click on Guatemala. It's possible, by the time we get here, that there'd be something there, and the fact that I have no organization would be bad, but it doesn't appear to be the case. So just right-click on Guatemala with some units, and that should fall next. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting to get my my Marines over, because I'm still out of convoys. I'm using a lot fewer now. There we go. Naval invasion plan, transferring troops. So they'll get there. Nope. Sorry. I don't want yours. You'll have to figure out what to do with them yourself. Which probably means you'll do something that's kind of crap, honestly. There we go. Guatemala has capitulated. And we can just go and pop that to finish it off. And that's about all we can reach. There's still some bits here, Venezuela, that we could get to capitulate at some point. We might have to. I'm hoping we don't. How's the war? God damn it. 87%. So, I wonder, like, there's always someone at the top of the list that is not capitulated. So, I'm assuming that's, like, the biggest contributor to not capitulating, but I don't know. So, to me it says, we do Australia next, which is what we're going to do. We are trying to build up our convoys as quickly as possible. I got that, you know, stockpiling. So, we're using fewer, but we've also got a lot more. Some of the supply numbers fiddle around a lot, but then we'll hopefully get things moved over there. NA invasion force over here. So again, I'm going to go ahead and free up a lot of these. We don't need big numbers for what's going to come next. Actually, I almost should have done the other way around here, because most of these are not mine. Actually, if I'm ever going to use signal company, oops, let's use one of the full slots here. If I'm going to ever use signal companies, let's get it done as quickly as possible here. What was I doing? Oh yeah, this group here. Most of them were not mine. But there we go. So now you all are... No, you're not. I missed one. Boom, like that. So these are not actually Pacific Marines. I'm going to get you, say, added to that group. And what are we going to do with these guys? Well, I think I'm going to go and give them a garrison area command over here. So they're going to be near Australia when it's time to go after them. And we've got positive convoys. So now our people are moving again. Hooray! Hurrah! I remember, I think a long time ago, I had some problem moving the paratroopers. So that shouldn't be the case anymore. And we may want to use some paratroopers again going after Australia, but I don't think so. Anyway, I got to put a cut in here. Next episode, we hopefully take Australia quite quickly, if everything goes well. Cross our fingers there. And I don't know, I'm hoping it's the last one, but feels like we have to do too much. It feels like really they should have capitulated by now. But we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.